everyone. Welcome back. Following alongside the Valentine's Day weekend activities is the celebration of the Lunar New Year. The traditional East Asian lunar calendar consists of a repeating 12-year cycle, with each year corresponding to one of the 12 animals in the Chinese zodiac. With the 2022 Lunar New Year in full swing, we celebrate the year of the tiger. Joining us to share more about the meaning and significance of the tiger in Asian culture is the Metropolitan Museum of the Arts, Brooke Astor Curator of Chinese Art, Jason Sun.
Hi, everybody. How are you?
Is there a greeting that you greet people with in the new year?
Yes. Well, there are many different ways of saying, 恭贺新年, which means to, how should I express that? Which means to celebrate the new year or to give you my best wishes for the new year. Yeah.
So how do you say that again?
恭贺新年.
恭贺新年.
That's right. That's right. So if you translate that literally, which means respectfully wish you a good new year. Yeah.
Beautiful. That's a beautiful saying. Thank you for sharing that. I hope I remember it. And so let's talk about the new year. In honor of New Year, the Lunar New Year 2022 being the year of the tiger, can you share with our audience what inspired the Metropolitan Museum to dedicate an entire year? Because I understand this is going to be on display until 2023, with different elements that highlight the history of the tiger symbol.
Yes, and actually, it's hard even for myself, hard to believe that we have done it for the last 9 years. And the Metropolitan Museum is always said to be an encyclopedic museum, and it's a museum that holds works of art and things from all parts of the world. It's very diverse and representation of all cultures from every part of the world. So to celebrate Asian art or the Lunar New Year, which is a part of the theme that we carry out in the museum, and we started in 2014, and that was the year of the horse. And so start from that time, we have done 9 exhibitions. So Year of the Tiger, this is the 9th exhibition. And we were very pleased, or we have been very pleased, to see that these exhibitions attracted a very large audience, not just Asian Americans, but people from very different backgrounds. And so that certainly inspired us and also encouraged us to continue doing exhibitions with this theme. So I think that this not only will inform people of the Lunar New Year, but also to improve the understanding among people of different backgrounds. So this is the very reason we have been doing this, and we will continue doing this.
It's beautiful and it's lovely, and it's definitely something that I'm going to be visiting, and it leaves me with this curiosity, and I'm sure a lot of people are wondering, like, why is there an association of creatures with the Chinese calendar?
Well, this is a long tradition. It has been there for 2,000 years. And the tiger or all these animals have been closely associated with the life of the people or with the culture. They have become important elements in in almost every aspect of life in the Chinese or in the East Asian people.
And so what are some of the customs related to each symbol that's celebrated every 12 years?
Well, if you think about it, that each year is represented by an animal, and even though the celebrations are not very much different year from year, but it's because each one is symbolized by one animal, so there are a lot of stories, a lot of practices associated with that particular animal. On the other hand, it's a common belief that the symbol or the animal of the year has a certain influence on the life of the people who were born in that year. For example, it might influence their personality. It said if you are born in the year of the tiger, you might have some kind of personality which would correspond to that of the tiger being brave, being powerful. And this is very interesting. Sometimes people who are born in the year of the ox, they believe to be people who are hardworking, who are very strong. It's got this thing that you will see with a certain animal, but sometimes it could be a little stubborn, by being born in the year of the ox. Yeah.
You're funny.
Yeah, so being born in the year of tiger, you might be a little headstrong, but yeah.
You're funny. No, I get it. I get it. It's a really lovely tradition that it's really a wonderful experience. I mean, I've experienced the Met. I experienced it for the last Lunar New Year, and so I know this year is the year of the tiger, and I wanted to know, like, why are depictions of the tiger a prominent artistic subject in all aspects of the Chinese culture? I mean, I saw some images of like a lamp on display, of like some kind of a war instrument. I mean, you speak to the display that's accessible to us right now at the
Sure.
Metropolitan.
Yeah. I mean, or human beings have been living with tigers since the beginning of time. And so over the thousand years, a tiger has become a very important element in our lives, in our culture. And for example, the tiger has been a symbol for many things. And in Chinese cosmology, the tiger is a symbol for one of the four directions. It represents the west, and the dragon represents the east, and the bird represents the south, and the turtle and snake represent the north. So these are it's a very orderly world. The tiger is also believed to be the king of all animals. I think in the West they call the lion king. The lion is the king. But in the East Asian culture, the tiger is the king of the world, and it really is the king of all the different animals. And the tiger is also believed to be a deity. It has certain protective power, and it will keep people from harm. And if you travel to China, for example, or travel in north and northwestern China, you will see that the kids actually they wear clothes which have little tigers stitched or embroidered on it. They would wear a hat which has a tiger's head embroidered on that hat. They would wear shoes which would have tiger embroidered on the shoes. They would wear a little jacket, and then nowadays they have become, you find them in souvenir shops. If you travel, to museums, you travel to markets, you find all these things decorated with a tiger in souvenir shops. But actually, local people do buy them because they believe that the tiger has a protective power to keep their kids from harm. And it's very interesting.
It
And the
isn't.
tiger, yeah, the tiger is not just any ordinary animal. In the Chinese folklore, all the different deities, all the different gods, they would ride on exotic animals. They don't ride on horse. That's too ordinary. So, for example, the god of fortune, the god of wealth, who rides on the back of tiger. He travels between heaven and earth, and he will talk. He would help you to communicate with God to make sure that your wishes are fulfilled.
Oh, beautiful. We all want that.
Well,
Oh my
so
God.
of course you got that in the god of fortune or the god of wealth is supposed to bring wealth to you, but there's one condition, provided that you have done good work, you have
Right.
taken good care of your family, and you have been nice and kind to your neighbors. If not, god of fortune will pass by your house and go directly to your neighbors.
Wonderful. And thank you for bringing it here to our viewers, everyone. Jason's son, he is the Metropolitan Museum of the Arts, Brooke Russell Astor, curator of the Chinese art. And if you are interested in celebrating the Year of the Tiger, that is on view at the Met now through January 17th of 2023. You have a whole year, which is located at 1000 Fifth Avenue in New York. And for more information, you can visit metmuseum.org, and you can also check them out on Instagram at Met Museum. We have to take a quick break, but when we return, we'll hear about a Bronx Cafe owner's new book to help reclaim our community. Don't go anywhere.